All right. Day, what, 30, 33? February 2nd. That's right. Day 33. February 2nd. I'm trying to keep these days in order. That way I can keep counting them consecutively instead of monthly or whatever. Gonna go do a leg workout. The homie wants to do a leg workout, so I'm down. I don't really feel like pushing real fast pace today, so I'll push slower and try to go heavier. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Man, I had a really big breakfast today. I didn't weigh myself this morning. I weighed myself after the breakfast, and I was 320.8. Huge breakfast. 4 eggs, two big sausages from Costco, chicken sausages, avocado, Mexican soft cheese. It's called queso fresco, fresh cheese. What else did I have? That's right. Breakfast potatoes, just like a big potato fried, chopped up. And then 3 sourdough blueberry pancakes, all homemade. And it was great with a big cup of coffee with coconut milk in it. Coconut, coffee creamer, I think. But I like breakfast. Breakfast is definitely one of my favorite meals of the day, especially that style, that American style breakfast. But the thing is that's gonna stop, at least for the week. For the weekends I'll still have it, but for the week, and I can tell those pancakes really got me really bloated. Just not feeling too good. So yeah, maybe no pancakes for a while, but carved up for sure. That was about 2-3 hours ago, so definitely carved up, if that's the goal, which it's not, but oh well. Gonna do legs, so it'll be a long one. A little bit of cardio to warm up, and then everything. The curls, the extensions, the hack squats, the good mornings, the stiff legs. Do about 5 movements. Probably won't do calves. I like doing calves on their own because you just gotta blast them. So you end up spending, 20 minutes on just calves. So I like to do that on their own with the abductors. So good. On a good note, it looks like the gym is actually dead, so that's great. Just getting over here around the shit. Maybe not. Maybe the gym is not dead, but dead enough where I have some parking, so that's always a good thing. One thing I hate is not having some parking available, where you have to just be hunting it down. That sucks, but it looks like we got something, so that's good. As far as waking up today and everything's good. Did a ton of cardio yesterday and gonna do it again today. 33 days straight. February 2nd today. Since the first of straight cardio. And the truth is I was doing cardio before the first, but that's when I started making these videos, these vlogs, as they call them. We'll see how this low carb goes, because it's gonna suck. You get used to these carbs, and it's like habit. It's like a drug, like drinking a beer every night. You get into that habit. So let's see how it goes. Definitely having the face shaved, I can tell, or I literally ate a ton of carbs the night before, and I feel and look puffier. So as soon as I start cutting carbs for a couple weeks straight, I will definitely tell in my face. So that's kind of good. A lot of times when you're weightlifting, you try to use those tools to measure. Unless you're doing the underwater one, it's not going to be accurate. So even at my best, when I had abs, I would squeeze that deal. I forgot what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. It tells you like your BMI. It was like 25. It was crazy. There's no way. So it's just when you're super heavy and super muscular lifting weights, there's no way that thing's going to be accurate. But anyways, let's get in there. Let's get this thing done. All right. Day 33. All over. Gotta go pay some tags. Save Mart. I think they have a kiosk. Got some crazy crackhead over here yelling, talking to his demons. Life is good. So I did legs today. And, didn't push too hard. Long rest periods. The homie's still struggling with the ACL, but we didn't push it. It clicked on him when he was doing a leg extension. He tried to go a little heavier, and he stepped to the side and felt a weird clicking and popping feeling. So it wasn't a complete tear or anything, but I think that something is torn in there. Maybe the meniscus, maybe not the actual ACL yet. But no sudden movements for him until he gets an MRI to verify. But since I've already had that happen to me, I know exactly what he's going through. The uncertainty. Not knowing what the hell is going to happen next. But, you just got to be patient and keep trying to move forward. What I mean by that is just keep putting blood into the muscle. Keep the body moving. It doesn't have to be heavy. It doesn't have to be a ton. Just something. Keep those calories moving. Definitely he should eat cleaner. I don't know if he's doing that, but now that he can't work out as hard as he used to, and this is it was a problem for me. When I got hurt, I could no longer work 3-hour days at the gym, and I was, hooked on the gym. I was a fucking gym rat. So when I hurt my knee, I was like, fuck, all I could do is chest and arms, and I still did leg workouts, but they were just very controlled, stable movements, machines mostly. No irky-jerky side to side shit. No more squats on the squat rack. It was all controlled. But after a while, you're kind of just like, you start slacking, because then you have a swollen leg, and you can barely do cardio, and you can barely do this, and you can barely do that. And then after the surgery, even worse, You stop doing the 3-hour workouts, but you continue eating like you're a bodybuilder that does 3-hour workouts. And that was my problem. I gained so much weight. And then I got to the point where I just didn't want to work out anymore because I was so upset about being hurt. And that, unfortunately, has happened 2 times in my life. Once with my leg, and then again with my arms 7 years ago. And, you know, I keep telling myself this is the last time. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to get in okay shape, because obviously I'll never be what I was in my 20s. Live healthy as possible. Can I lift a ton of weight? Can I get in there and fucking bench press and squat over 300 pounds? Yeah, I can. But it'd be a risk. It would be me taking the big risk of tearing a muscle, tearing a ligament, tearing something. It's just not worth it anymore. It's just not worth it. That's why I want to get that into his head, because he's 40 and I'm 45. We're old. We have been hitting weights. We have both been working out for over 20 years. The first time I lifted a weight in a gym, I was 16. And I have had breaks in between there, but it was hard and heavy. You know, when you're young, you're indestructible. You know, you don't feel like your ligaments are gonna pop or your muscles are gonna tear. And we do some stupid things. You know, we damage our muscle, damage our tissue, our tendons, and yeah, sooner or later the chickens come to roost. You know, sooner or later you reap what you sow. So that's bodybuilding and life in a nutshell. You look at all the pros, all the Mr. Olympias. Jay Cutler ripped his bicep doing a photo shoot. It wasn't even lifting weights, it was just a photo shoot, grabbing a dumbbell. And then, you know, Dorian Yates, torn bicep, fucked up back. You know, you got tons of examples that, you know, Lebroni, when he did his comeback, he tore something in his leg, tore his pec, trying to bench 400 or 500 pounds like he used to. It's like, bro, someone should have told him, like, hey, that was 20 years ago. Let that shit go. And, you know, a lot of it, that's what it is, letting it go. Humble yourself. I can't stress that enough for us older guys. Focus on the food. Focus on the cardio. You know, if a young guy comes at you, it's not going to be the deciding factor if you hit harder than him or if you're stronger than him. It will help, but it's going to be the cardio. It's going to be the fight in the dog that's going to save you in any situation. Shit, even if it's an emergency situation, you have to run in your house and grab your kid and grab your dog or whatever, get the cats out and run out. How fast can you run? You know? Can you carry your wife over her shoulder if she's passed out without your knee giving out because you weigh 300 pounds and you can squat, you know, 1,000 pounds, or deadlift 1,000 pounds, carry and run with a few hundred pounds on your back? It's a big difference, different training. So now I'm focused more on the deep reps, the stretching, the movements, not so much the weight. But, you know, you still put some weight on it. Still doing leg extensions with 180 pounds, 200 pounds. Still doing leg presses with, 300 pounds, 250 pounds. So, just nice and steady. I feel like cardio is the most important thing. And abs, too. The core. Work out the core. I don't know if everyone does abs every day, but I do. I do abs every day. Even if it's just a few sets, I do a few sets. Just like cardio. Cardio every day. It will never not be good for you. crackheads are out. There was another guy in the middle of the road jumping and yelling. They are out. So I'm headed to Save Mart because I got to pay my tags on one of the vehicles. And I'm going to just get it over with. Use the kiosk and get it over with. See how it... Because you don't want to get fucking fined for that shit. California is ridiculous with their fines. If you have a late fee on one of those things, I mean, the first one, like the first week's like $60, which is fucking ridiculous. Highway robbery. And then the second one is like doubles. So yeah, it's just wild. California, the big fucking scam. Makes more money than most states and still broke as fuck. Still capital to the most homeless people and addicts in the United States, I think. It's ridiculous, but here we go. I will be right back. All right. Got the registration paid, got the tags. Now I'm headed home. What was I talking about? I was talking about being humble and realizing that you are no longer the young man that you were before when you were all buff and hot and got all the bitches. So hey, that's readjustment, right? That's growing. That's just life. It's life, you know? And you know, for us natty guys that did it natty, whether the users of performance enhancement drugs like to believe it or not, we got a better chance of living longer, man. We do. Guess what? You put that hopped up engine in a little car, yeah, it goes faster for a while. Till one day you fucking blow a rod. Till one day that fucking turbo fucking does something to the engine, warps the head, you know? Slow and steady is the way we're driving now. Cruise it. Make it to the end. Make it to the end in one piece. Not all fucked up, limping. Which obviously I fucked up there, right? But, you know, hopefully someone listens to those words one day and just says, hey, you know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna take that warning, you know. Maybe my son. Tell my son, don't be scared to do things, but be smart about it. You know? What's the benefit in you benching 500 pounds if you are not a fucking powerlifter or a pro bodybuilder? None. Zero. Will there ever be a time that you need to bench press 600 pounds or 500 pounds? Never. Is it cool? Fuck yeah, it is. Very few human beings on earth will ever be able to bench press 500 pounds raw like I did, multiple, for reps. Or even incline, right? Or shoulder press, 315, 365, military press. You know? Very few humans can do that or have done it. And that's cool, you know, but the cool wears off real quick. You know, it's kind of like the bodybuilding thing, you know, it's a phase in your life. You can do all the drugs you want and you'll look real fucking cool, but the minute you stop taking those drugs, the minute you stop lifting that heavy weight, that muscle's gonna shrink. And then you will always fucking want it back. You just gotta be okay with that it's just a phase and it's just a temporary thing. You know, that big mind fuck. You know, it's a big mind fuck. I mean, I feel like guys, men, have a lot more to lose than women, you know? One day, guess what? Your dick's not gonna work. That's a huge one. You know, one day you're gonna try to do something to show off, and you're gonna get fucked up. It's hard. I know. No one wants to fucking hear it or believe it, but here we are. 2 ripped biceps and a torn and a non-existent ACL and a shaved meniscus and a pinched nerve due to a bulging disc on my left side. Yeah, here we are. It's fun while it lasted. But definitely be the guy that's fucking fit and does movements that are like something you use every day. It's just movements that are applicable to real life situations. Just don't overdo anything. I'm not saying don't try your best. Just don't be so greedy with it. I miss it. Believe me, I fucking miss that shit. The feeling that you get from being that strong is fucking wild. You feel like a fucking superhero. Like a Marvel superhero. But hey, here we are. Pushing forward to get back what we already had, what we were at one point, and getting close to it. 33 days recorded. I mean, shit, that's an accomplishment in its own right. I have to remember to upload them, but right now I'm probably like a day behind. But I will try to get better. Like tonight, I need to eat. I need to fold a shit ton of clothes. And then put my video up. Just to make sure that I am documenting every fucking day. And tomorrow's the big start of the whole diet. The no carbs till Saturday. So 5 days of ultra low carbs. I might eat an apple or something, but no more than like 100 grams of carb per day, compared to probably like the 400 or 500 that I'm getting right now. So, it'll be a little bit of a curve to learn that again, but we're going to struggle with it. And I'm going to record the whole fucking fiasco. And hopefully, in a year, I will be recording myself 60, 70 pounds lighter. That's the goal. And you got to visualize it. If you have a dream, whether it's having a nice car, whether it's having a beautiful girlfriend, you got to dream it. You got to surround yourself with shit that's going to get you there. You never see a rich guy kick it with broke fools. You never see a fucking buff dude kick it with fat people. You gotta be that thing. Hang out with my friend, guess what? He used to be a bodybuilder. He works out. Like, I'm trying to get away from anything that's gonna not positively help me get to my goal. Keep pushing forward.